But I want to know your opinion of Matt Duchene. You've seen him up close and personal. He had a point per game this season, but he's probably looking at his next contract. He probably wants around, rumors have it, a long-term deal. So at 34 years old, that's a little bit tough to swallow for some teams, obviously. But what's your thoughts on Matt Duchene, and why is it that you do not want him back?
And it has absolutely nothing to do with that I don't like him as a player or as a person. Like, if it, I don't know if you've ever gotten a chance to talk to him, but every time I sit down and talk to him or ask him a question, he gives you his thoughts. He doesn't do the typical oh well, we got to get pucks in deep and go after him and forecheck. And he doesn't do that. He's just like, I sucked it up. This is what we need to do better, and this is the thing that went wrong today. And he gives you a flat out answer, which I think, by the way, he will be a great broadcaster someday if he chooses to go that route. But here's the reason why I don't want him back. And it's because, yes, look at his regular season numbers. He was ridiculous this year, absolutely ridiculous. And probably the best bargain contract in the NHL. There are very few that would be that good. He led his team in scoring, and he was on a $3 million deal. Like that is utterly ridiculous. Look at the playoffs.
Yeah.
1 goal, and here's the even more crazy stat on top of that. He had 0 5-on-5 points the entire playoffs. Not just one playoff series, the entire playoffs. And we gave him a pass last year because he had never really been deep in a playoff run before. The deepest he had ever gone was 2020 in the bubble run when Columbus, or maybe it was 2019, I can't remember. Whenever the whole thing with the Tampa Bay Lightning, it might have been something. It was either that or in the bubble run. My mind's going fuzzy on the details there, but it was like 1 round, and that was basically it.
Yeah.
So he had never even gone 2 rounds deep, let alone 3, and he did that for the first time last year, and he's 34 now. So I gave him a pass last year, and I was just like, okay, now they lost in the conference final. It's been 2 years in a row. He's going to figure it out this year. History repeated itself, and it didn't work. So, and it has absolutely nothing to do with that I don't love the guy, and that I don't want to reproduce the points in the offseason because I don't think they're going to find somebody to replace those points. It doesn't matter who they get. But you can't have 0 points in the playoffs when you're expected to, at the very least, get to the Stanley Cup final, if not win the whole dang thing. That's just not acceptable, and especially 2 years in a row.